Welcome to this guided breathing exercise called lateral breathing for prolapse and a healthy pelvic floor. So we're going to lay down on the floor, on a mat or on a comfortable surface. So you can place the soles of the feet onto the mat and let your knees point up toward the sky. So we're just going to take 2 deep inhales and exhales before we start. So you inhale through the nose, landing here in this position. Exhaling through the mouth. One more time. You inhale through the nose. Exhale, letting go. Make a sigh or any sound that you wish to make on the exhale. So this is a short instruction for how to breathe laterally. And to start with, we are going to take a look at what is not lateral breathing, because that's a really important point. When you learn to breathe laterally, breathe in through the ribs and the rib cage. So we are going to start to put our hands just beneath our collarbones. So you make sure your arms are relaxed, your head and neck is relaxed. And from here we are going to breathe in to our hands. So as you inhale through the nose, you try not to keep the breath any lower than into your hands. So it's a very shallow breath, it's high up in the chest. And as you exhale, open your mouth and let the air out. 2 more times like this. And I want you to inhale through the nose every time and exhale through the mouth each time. Good. One last breath. So you inhale through the nose as much as you can, even if it's hard to do it. You try, and then you exhale, open your mouth and let go. So that's not a lateral breath. We are going to move our hands now all the way down to our belly, just beneath our belly button somewhere, and make sure again you can have nicely relaxed arms and a soft jaw. So now we are again going to breathe into our hands for 3 breaths. So you inhale through the nose and really try to expand the belly into the hands up toward the sky. Again. So once you have completely exhaled, you inhale through the nose all the way down to the belly. So this is often called belly breathing. And then you exhale all the air out. One last time. So you inhale fully and exhale completely. So this breath can be quite common in yoga, for example. And it's not that it's not a good breathing technique to apply. It might be really good for you. Although the lateral breath is more about activating the chest, the rib cage, and our biggest breathing muscle, the diaphragm. So what's the risk with the belly breath, at least for people with prolapse, is that you create pressure down toward the pelvic floor, which we don't want to have. on the other hand, it might create relaxation for the pelvic floor, which is good because if you have a prolapse, you are most likely very tensed in some way in your pelvic floor and vagina. So, that being said, you can of course do the belly breathing if it feels good for you and if you know it's safe for you. Otherwise, this lateral breathing technique is really good to start to activate all the breathing muscles which are directly connected to our pelvic floor. Not only pelvic floor muscles, but also fascia throughout the pelvic floor and the upper body. So the internal organs, everything between the diaphragm and the pelvic floor. So now, if you can, please place the hands on your rib cage. So you try to touch as much as of your rib cage as you can with the palm of your hand. And again, we are going to breathe into our hands. So if you want to, you can close the eyes and remember to breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So when you are ready, start to inhale into the hands, feeling an expansion happening over the rib cage. And exhale, let the air out. One more time, you inhale all the way out to the sides with the rib cage. And as you exhale, you soften and the rib cage becomes smaller back into the center again. Now, when you inhale, try to focus on the back side of the rib cage. So you can feel a slight pressure toward the floor from the rib cage. And then you exhale. So you try to keep a relaxed pelvic floor here, continuing to breathing in and relax on the exhale. So we don't want any activity in the lower abdomen or pelvic floor in this exercise. We are only focusing on the rib cage. One more time, you inhale. And you exhale all the way out. So now we are going to breathe as I count. So you inhale for 4 and exhale for 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Open the mouth. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really empty without creating pressure down toward the pelvic floor. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now you keep on going here, and maybe you want to create a longer breath, so maybe you count to 6 or 8 on the inhale and 8 or 10 on the exhale. So feel free to experiment, focusing on the rib cage every time you inhale and exhale. Taking the last breath here. Take your own time. Once you have finished up the round with an exhale, you can just lay the arms along the sides of the body, stretch your legs, and take a full breath in here. Maybe you want to stretch your body or do a spinal rotation, anything that feels good for you. And just know that you have now activated all the important breathing muscles to start to support your pelvic floor. So thank yourself for giving you this time, and I'll see you next time.